practice. Okay. All right, everybody, welcome to the last Gold Comedy Community Showcase of Stupid, Dumb, Awful 2020. Woo! Yeah, Kelly. Hi, everybody. It is great to see faces old and new, and by old, I don't mean old. I just mean folks who've been around for longer, folks who have been around for less time. Some folks actually just met recently, about an hour ago, less than an hour ago, in our open mic, our regular Monday open mic, which was awesome as always. And you'll see that I, for one, have made a dramatic transition from comfy sweater and crappy leggings to red lipstick and crappy leggings. So that's the beauty of Zoom. And oh yeah, statement necklace. Thank you. Statement necklace. Not sure what statement it's making, but it's just saying I'm here. It's just saying I'm different from an hour ago. I'm just different. Before there was no statement. Now there is a necklace. So anyway, let's see. What else happened? I think you all know who I am. Yes, I'm just checking. Yes, we've all met. Okay. Yes, as you know, I'm Lynn, founder of Gold. I'm actually visiting my dad right now. So I'm not in New York. I'm in Lexington, Massachusetts, which is where I grew up. And it was a tough place to grow up. Lexington was a tough place to grow up in 1775. I mean, even for me, there were gangs. It was the Harvard professors' kids against the MIT professors' kids. I was the MIT professors' kids, so we lost. But we can build you a solar car. Okay. Anyway, indoors. Anyway, okay. So I was ready for some show that is not my tired on the spot jokes about my hometown. I could go on about the birthplace of American liberty. Just so you know, I was a tour guide here, and I know many fun facts. And also, it may be where I got I'm not joking now, maybe where I started enjoying the idea of stand-up, because we used to deliver ridiculous, hilarious bullshit to the tourists. We'd be like, and when the shots were fired, he didn't stop running until he won the Boston Marathon, and ridiculous stuff, and the tourists would be like, so, and I was like, this is amazing. And cut to me doing open mics at Gotham Comedy Club at Monday at 4 p.m., which was so glamorous. But it all started here in Lexington. Anyway, okay. Oh, we have Swanee. I was vamping a little bit because I knew there were some more people were coming. So So here's another new face. Hi. Welcome. So is Swania. Hi, welcome. Her audio is, I'll talk slow until your audio kicks in. Okay, it's in. Great. So we have some folks most folks, not all, are performing. Some folks are just hanging. But it's a great chance to get to know folks who are, in all seriousness, a lot of people come and join Gold when they start a class or a course. But what they are so delighted to realize when they start the course is that there's a whole Gold community outside that course, meaning that it's kind of like a cruise ship. And so you're on the cruise ship, and you can be taking the shuffleboard class or the macrame class or whatever. Do they still have macrame? Is that still a thing? Or the what do people do? Knitting. I don't know. I'm looking at Caitlin. Exactly. But you're on the ship. So even if you're taking this one class, you got the whole ship, right? So everyone here who entered Gold in the stand-up class that's going on right now, you got the whole ship. So you got this, you got Monday open mics that are included in, but separate from your stand-up class. You've got our Wednesday Q&As, which this week we have, who do we have this week?
Oh, Rachel Bloom, Rush McKenna.
Screams. And side note, even got Marsha Belsky for next month, just saying. So stick around. So that's the idea. So these, don't be sorry, Caitlin, we never apologize. Yeah, okay, you're a nerd. So so the point is we have this monthly showcase happens for everyone. And so that's why those of you who are new to Gold and in the stand-up course see some faces here who you haven't met, but we're all part of the larger Gold family. So without further ado, you guys ready for some show?
Woo!
I posted the lineup earlier. I don't know if you guys had the time to check it. So, wait, I have to vamp for a little bit. Kelly, Cody, and Tess first. Please quickly DM me what you want me to say about you. You guys do it fastest. And then everyone else after that, please DM me what you want me to say about you. So if you haven't done this before, that means I might say, she's coming to you from Shaker Heights, Ohio. She is captain of her debate team, and she is afraid of fish. Please welcome so-and-so. So just anything, you don't have to be funny. I'm not like, you really don't have to be funny. Just send me anything you want me to say about you so I can give you a really solid and awesome introduction. And just so you know, Kelly, you should do that the fastest. And Cody, you should be right behind her. And did you guys see the lineup in the
I couldn't find it.
Okay. I can paste it here. Hold on. But yeah, so do that, and then we will get this show rolling for all of you. And actually, while you're doing that, I will also make sure that I think there's a couple folks here who are not performing. And I should say, by the way, everyone in the community is welcome to perform every month, anytime. So just let us know when Christina posts the announcement or the event for the following month. Just chat me or chat her or add your name, and you have a spot. There's nothing, you don't have to earn it. You have earned it just by being here. We all want to hear from you. But I'm gonna embarrass a couple of people who, let's see, Sarah, you're coming to cheer people on, right? Everyone, I caught you while you're eating, sorry. Just wave, that's Sarah. Hi, say hi to Sarah, everybody. And we also have Swania on the cool headphones, say hi. I think you're just coming to cheer folks on, right? Great, thank you for doing that. And I think everyone else has a spot, great, okay. So awesome. So thank you all for being here. And I didn't succeed in posting the order, so I'm gonna let you guys go do that so I can focus on you. So I would like to bring your first performer to the stage, to the tiny but awesome stage. She is coming to you live from Long Island, New York. You may know her from temping once a month. She is excellent at temping, and she is also excellent at telling jokes. She also, she eats sushi every Monday. I did not know. That is an amazing tradition. We should all join you. Open mic and sushi. Please welcome Kelly Kenlin.
Woo! Woo! Thanks, guys. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So I grew up Catholic. And growing up Catholic is really cool because at the end of every time you go to church, you get a little snack. It's a wafer called the Eucharist. And it's sort of like this little Catholic cookie because it has no flavor or fun or taste. I like to think that Whole Foods like pitched it to the church one day. They were like, yeah, we know it tastes like driftwood, but it has a lot of fiber. And the priest was like, stop, I love it. I'm just going to put a little spell on it and then tell everybody it's actually Jesus's arms and legs. There's this part of church where they walk around with baskets and ask for donation. And my whole life, I thought that was going to the poor. That's not going to the poor, you know? That's because the priest was like, I want a new hat. The older I get, the more I realize like church is just a fundraiser for the priest's outfits. So I feel like I have to talk about my period because it keeps happening to me. It's crazy to me that there are just no drugs that can handle period cramps. Like forget my doll. I want to be shot with a blow dart. Like, get me tranquilizer at this point. Sometimes when the cramps are so bad, I'm like, okay, should I just have a kid? That's what it wants, right? I don't even think your body like lets you get your period until you've just completely exploded on someone who didn't deserve it. You know? Like, hey, can you go to the store? Can you shut the fuck up? Yeah. Yeah. Then your body's like, yeah, she's ready. Yeah, okay, I'll see you soon. That's your body talking to your period. I've been hanging out with my roommate a lot more. She's cool. She's older. She gave birth to me. So love my mom. She's great. She does this funny little thing where she thinks everything I do in life as a person, I can do as a job because I work part-time. She'll be like, Kel, you've been walking the dog a lot more. Have you thought about doing it professionally? I was like, Kel, it smells so good in here. I mean, you love cooking dinner. Have you thought about this? Being a chef? Like, oh my God, Kel, you are so good at sitting on the couch. I mean, have you thought about this? Being at Raymore and Flanagan? The other day I was looking at myself in the mirror, like complaining, like, oh God, I'm breaking out. I'm breaking out everywhere where my mask sits. Like, this is so bad, this is so bad. And my mom just pops her head in and goes, oh my God, ew. That's gross. I'm like, yeah, it is gross. I was kind of looking for you to disagree with me on that one. That's okay. She missed the memo. And that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Kelly, love it all, love it all. We all can relate to the, what do they call it, maskne?
Yeah, I tried to cover it up, but like it's a nightmare.
There's a Zoom filter for that now, I think. just like, because you all look amazing. Like our skin is all, collectively amazing. Much like Kelly's jokes. Give it up once again for Kelly. Old stuff, new stuff, polished, amazing. All right, so coming to the stage, we're in Long Island. Now we're gonna go with the little, like the plane and the red dots on the map. We're flying over to Corvallis, Oregon, where we will meet someone who, when she is not exercising, she is talking to her sourdough starter. Relatable. Please welcome all the way coming to you all the way from Corvallis, Oregon, Cody Wood. Woo!
Thank you. So I have been told that I remind people a lot of a hot grandma. I took a little bit of creative license on the hot part, but I've been told that I remind people a lot of a grandma. It's been made very, very clear though that it's not their grandma, it's just a grandma. I'm like a general grandma. But to be fair, I check a lot of boxes on that generic grandma look. Like I am constantly cold. It's a massive problem, and wardrobe is not set for me unless I'm wearing a minimum of 5 layers, like a bra, a tank top, another tank top. If they created fuzzy bras, I would buy one. Another sweater, a long sleeve shirt, and of course, the obvious necessity, a cardigan. And I also have an irrational fear of the internet. Like, I cannot tell you how much I avoid social media, like at all costs. But this does lead to some issues when people ask me to spell TikTok. You guys, why is it one word? And why is it all K's? I have misspelled TikTok so many times that it is no longer funny, but a true problem. And I take it as a little bit of an insult when I write an email and it gets that little red squiggly line and it's like, TikTok, you spelled it wrong. I'm like, well, I Googled it 10 times, so it's right. It's 2 words now. And maybe you guys can help me with this. Why is everyone asking for my Instagram now? What happened to your email address? I truly have no clue what an Instagram handle is. Just ask me for my email address. It's clearly the best one.
Yeah.
And the most important feature for me in a purse is not phone capacity or a location from my wallet. Oh no, it's all about that hard candy capacity. I'm talking like butterscotch, peppermints, black licorice. You want it? I've got it. And I need this hard candy capacity to fulfill my full-time job as crazy lady on a park bench, passing out candies and tissues to complete strangers. So if I must be a grandma, at least I'm going to be a damn hot one. I mean, look at this. And you cannot deny the hotness. Thank you.
Rudy!
Woohoo!
You know what? You're right. You cannot deny the hotness.
Obviously not.
None of it. The hotness or the hilarity. Cody is like, the thing about Cody is that, when we're all separate, and it's great that we live so far away, like that we're able to connect over all these vast distances. But now we know, some of you may be aware that now that Cody not only, carries hard candy in her pocketbook, but also she also bakes cinnamon rolls and baked them once during a class. And
never gonna live this down. I apologize.
I'm not. It is just all respect. It is all respect. I just want to say we want to be near you. We want to be near you.
Yeah, I'll send you all like fresh baked chocolate chip cookies.
Thank you. Put your addresses in the chat, JK. Okay. Anyway, give it up once again for Cody. Woo! All right. Come to the stage as someone who, wait, are you, no, I'll ask you in a minute. I don't know if she's on up north or down south, but it doesn't matter. Down south. Okay, so she's not that close to me right now. That's fine. But you're going to love her no matter what. She is going to make a joke, and she does not smoke. Make you laugh while you're in a bath.
Oh.
And she will make you do a third thing because it's important for the rule of threes. Please welcome Tessa Avedon. Woo, Tessa. Good to see you.
Hey guys. So I just turned 22 pretty recently. So I'm over the hill now, I think is what they call that. It does kind of feel like the end of times because, I don't know, you look forward to like 13 because you're a teenager, and you look forward to 16 because you can drive, or also 13 in South Carolina. You look forward to 18 because you can run away from home and it's not like your parents can't like take you back. 21 is drinking and also sobriety if you're me. 22, now I get to look forward to imminent death, I guess, which is cool. I'm stoked about it. I do this thing where if I identify one thing about myself, I assume everyone else in my age range is experiencing the same thing. Like, for example, a lot of these things come from stereotypes. And the cool thing about stereotypes is a lot of times they're actually true. Like people used to say a big lesbian thing was playing softball. I played softball, but I was 11 or so, and until I was like 9 years old, I had no inclination towards anybody really. I mean, maybe like subconsciously, but I still maintain that I didn't play softball because I wanted to be surrounded by women and or boobs. In fact, I didn't want to play softball. I wanted to play baseball. Does that make me even more gay? I do not know. I don't like thinking about it. The point is, if you watch like TikToks, and you probably do, you've probably seen these videos that are like 8 seconds long, and they are seemingly very specific things that their dads do. Like, when your dad walks in and like watches what you're watching and just kind of like stares at it with his arms crossed judgmentally. why does that apply to every dad? Because it does. Like I said, I'm very old now, so I've become obsessed with this concept called postmodernism, and it applies to everything in comedy today, but it also ruins comedy. The rate and pace of life means that you have to write comedy about something right away as it's happening, which is why Saturday Night Live isn't funny anymore, because you just heard it yesterday on the news. It's like old. Parody is basically dead. News and media make it such that every piece of content is somehow funny. So by the time someone makes a joke about it, it's old and boring. Like I was watching a movie with my friends, and one of them made a very common comment about the way she gets confused and scared seeing people not wearing masks in movies. And I was like, would you get that from Twitter, you know? But like that's a valid opinion. Like that's true. You're valid in feeling that way. I've never heard this take in real life, but I have this impression that it's a mass ideal that everyone has. A large like population of people, particularly in my age group, which as a side note is an age range established by the government roles, presumably for like marketing, 18 to 25. They call us Gen Z and digital natives, whatever. We're living in a simulation. And that was the final I turned in for one of my classes. What I just spewed there, I got a D+. And I think that's fine because, you know, my value is not based on numbers. I hardly exist, you know. I'll probably be dead next year. I don't know, 22. Thank you.
Thanks, Tessa got an A+ on her stats. Maybe B+ at school, A+ in gold. Thanks, Tess. Awesome. Oh, love this. This is like my favorite night of the month. I love this thing so much. So thank you, Tess. All right, and now, we have someone new coming to the stage. And I think, are you gonna read your satire thing? Is that what's happening? Okay, great. Okay, so thank you. So this month, we have monthly themes, as you may know, at Gold, and this month's theme was satire. So we had a cool video mini class that you can access anytime, taught by Millie Tamares, and we talked a lot about satire with our various guests on Wednesdays, and like Judy Gold, who is the best. If you haven't seen her Q&A, please go find it in our search the recording in our feed, because it was unbelievable. She talked about the power and the importance of satire. And we also did a satire Secret Santa, where folks who chose to wrote a headline, like an Onion style headline, and gave it to secretly, and mixed everyone up, and then people received a headline from their Secret Santa, and they had to write an Onion style article or Reductress style article based on that headline. And then yesterday, everyone who participated posted their finished articles, and then the Santas revealed themselves, and there was hilarity across the land. So we have a relatively new Gold member who jumped right in and participated in the Secret Santa. It was awesome, and she's going to read you her piece that she wrote with her Secret Santa's headline. She also is zooming in from her bed from San Jose, California. She just went on a hike with her mom, which is awesome, and she's going to be delivering to you her Secret Santa satire. Secret Santa satire. Please welcome Saloni. Woo!
Thank you, Kelly, for the amazing headline. I loved it. Woman smells pine candle every 30 minutes to make sure she doesn't have COVID. An 80-year-old woman, Justina Bieber, was found smelling pine candles to protect herself from the coronavirus. Several neighbors have reported that she doesn't believe in traditional medicine because it's all a scam. She prefers to give that candle a good old sniff to keep the buggers away. She has been smelling the candle every 30 minutes for the past 5 months, so the pine's healing properties will accumulate in her respiratory system in preparation for her husband's visit during the holidays. She states, "People got cooties. You never know what they're carrying around these days." After researching Justina's history further, scientists found that she had bought her local grocery store's entire watermelon supply to protect herself from Ebola. She has also been very active on Anti-Vaxxer Mommy Gang and Hate Don't Vaccinate, exclusive invite-only networks for mothers against the vaccination of their children. Reporters are unable to reach Justina's children because they have been hospitalized.
Yeah, Saloni. Making her gold community showcase debut. Give it up once again. Saloni. Amazing. And yes, Kelly wrote that amazing headline, I think from experience, possibly.
Yeah. like low key though.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm like, if I can smell this, I'm fine.
Yeah, totally. Yep. Anyway, that was amazing. Just goes to show if you are, everyone is new here in Gold at some point. Everyone you see here has been new at some point. Everyone new is as welcome as everyone that's been around for a little while. We haven't even been around that long in this environment. So just come on in and know that you're going to be welcomed and loved, just like Saloni. Thank you again so much. Awesome. Can't wait to hear more from you. All right, let me check the lineup here. I thought I had my place, but I don't. Oh, I know exactly oh yes. Okay. Okay, so your next performer, how shall I describe her? She is fun. She's finicky. She's fresh off stress deleting a tweet. Please welcome Miranda Fain. Miranda, let her know.
I deleted that tweet 2 seconds after I posted it. Before I start, I just want to, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I'm in my childhood bedroom and there's a full wall of One Direction behind me.
Wait, I need to screenshot that. Hold on. We're gonna do a screenshot and we're all gonna, everyone, well, we're gonna be looking at different directions, but everyone do whatever One Direction makes you feel. Great. Okay, carry on.
That wall was built, you know how they say Rome wasn't built in a night? That wall was built in a night, because I was in America. So, you guys, this is so great. I always cherish like group Zoom situations, because, you know, I just miss people. Merry Christmas, by the way, Happy Hanukkah. I say, like, I'm half Christian, I'm half Jewish, but I did quarantine for all 8 nights of Hanukkah in order to come home for Christmas. So I feel like that really shows you where my priorities lie. But I do miss celebrating Hanukkah with other people. Like, there's just something about like a group of Jews on a cold winter's night. What do you call that? Like a school of Jews, an exodus? Is that what it is? Anyway, I miss it. We're also coming up on New Year's, which coincidentally is my birthday. I'm a New Year's baby. I'm turning 24 this year, which is crazy. I think me and Christina may just be the oldest. Maybe not actually, I don't know. But yeah, getting older, what I've realized is like all getting older is just hitting new standards by which I define being a child. So like, for example, I was like thinking about this. I work at a bar and one of the other bartenders, I have a huge crush on him. I have for a while, and he's like 28, 29 or something. And in my head, I was like, isn't that kind of crazy? Like, he's like old, you know, he's like an adult. And then I was like, no, he's almost 30. Like 30's still a kid. Still a kid. And I started like justifying all these ways to myself why 30 is still a teenager. And that was when I knew I was getting older, because I was like, oh my God, like, no, dude. But yeah, I'm really happy to get a chance to socialize with everybody, because I feel like I need to practice socializing. I think that quarantine has really fucked with my what I think is okay and not okay to say to people. Like a little while back, I was on a date with a guy at an IHOP because the Ritz Carlton is not doing indoor dining as of now. And while we were waiting in line, we were waiting in line at IHOP for a table, which really shows you the state of things. And the song came on. That's just the John Mayer cover of Free Fallin' by Tom Petty, and it's like, you're a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too, which by the way is just entirely like what it would sound like if you asked a guy like, what do you think a girl is? But yeah, the song came on and he was like, oh my God, this is so funny, this song comes on every time I'm at the grocery store. And I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. I actually also have a crazy relationship with this song. This is a song I have decided I'm going to kill myself to if I do it. And I think that's a perfectly normal thing to share on a date in the year 2020. I really do. I don't think that's a cry for help. Like I think it's a step in the right direction if you're trying to build intimacy with another human being going through what we're going through right now. Like, I'm done with small talk. I don't care that you like don't get Ricky Gervais. No one does. Like, it's a global pandemic and the US government is stuck between a fascist rock and a neoliberal hard place. So yeah, I do want to talk about my dream method of suicide. Kill me, please. Needless to say, the staff at IHOP has never been so kind and supportive to me. I received a free blueberry frizzle cake. That's a lie. I just made up an item off the IHOP menu. And you guys believe me, because ultimately IHOP is a construct. So yeah, I mean, I think that COVID and quarantine in general has just changed a lot of dynamics in my life. Like, for example, I see a therapist. I've been seeing her on and off for 7 years. It's like a will they, won't they, like based solely on the condition of my mental health. So in that way, it's exactly like every sexual relationship I've ever had. And Jill and I, we're doing great, guys. Jill and I get along. Jill and I are doing fine, guys. Stop. We're pretty open with each other. Like, I'm an open guy, you know. A friend of mine recently told me that I talk to everyone in my life like it's like the wee hours of a slumber party. And I don't know, like, I'm gonna paint the picture to really sink this in, because she said it and I was like, that's exactly true. Picture this: slumber party, 7th grade. All the lame girls have gone to sleep because they promised their moms they would. And now it's just 4 random girls that have never spoken before tonight. The cast of characters probably includes someone's like camp friend from out of town, maybe a bored older cousin who's part of the party, but she's really getting paid to make sure we don't do a bunch of gay stuff. The hottest girl in the 5th grade who already shoplifts and makes a point of being the last one awake. And the one girl who nobody expects to be invited, so she's just trying really hard to live it up while it lasts. And I want you to just all vote which one you think I have been. But yeah, it's this, like, if you've ever been in this like late night ragtag group of misfits, you know that it just becomes this like circle jerk of confessionals. Like, everyone's just balls to the wall, spilling everything with no regard for how the social dynamics will readjust and realign in the morning. I will say the first time I saw a butt cheek, 3 a.m. slumber party, 1st grade. I really do think, like, I think that slumber parties would do the US government a lot of good. Get together and have a slumber party. But I basically, like, I live my life in those slumber party hours. If I feel even remotely close to you, I will tell you anything that I'm thinking. So I'm pretty open with my therapist. But now that we've been having our sessions mostly on the phone, it's become like a little too open. Like, I keep forgetting that she's not just my friend. And so I'll pick up the phone and I'll be like, Jill, and she'll be like, hey. And I'll be like, so I saw him again. And she'll be like, no, we said that you and I'll be like, no, I know, but the head game. But I'm not dating right now. I tried that over the summer, but it was like really strange because I think that nobody is being their real self right now. Unless they are out here running around in crowds without masks, then they are being their real self, ladies. That's who they are. I will say that nothing has ever allowed me to weed out potential partners so quickly than whether or not they wear a mask in public. Because it's like going to a party and half of the people there are wearing signs that say, I don't care if old people die because of the decisions that I make, right? And I'm like, thank you for your honesty. You just saved me a bunch of time. I do miss dating though. I miss dating, and I definitely miss sex. I feel like right now, or right when lockdown started, I was just I was like coming into my sexual age of enlightenment, by which I mean that I started applying the scientific method to everyone I slept with. And that put some people off, I'm not gonna lie. I would be like, I'm gonna come to a hypothesis. Actually, a fun fact about me is that I have just accidentally clicked on Zillow when I had my my Google Notes open. No, a fun fact about me is that I've struggled my entire life with coming, knowing how to come, and that's been hard on me and all of my loved ones, really. But finally during quarantine, I sat down and I was like, it's now or never. So I bought my first vibrator and I embarked on a journey. And I'm not going to get super into it because I know some people here are a little bit younger, but I will say that all my life I've heard that it's like really hard for guys to stop themselves from finishing early. Like they have to picture their grandmas or like a tractor full of bees or whatever, I don't know. And they do it because they need to last longer for their partner. And thank you, it's so feminist, blah, 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 whatever. But for me, getting myself to come is like a child abduction. Like a child abduction. Okay, there was silence there, so I'm gonna explain. Getting myself to come is like a child abduction case because if it doesn't happen within the first 24 minutes, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone forever. My clit is like a terrified parent. It's like, I've heard all the statistics. It's already been 15 minutes and we aren't getting any closer. And my vibrator's like, ma'am, my colleagues and I are the best at what we do. You have to trust us. And then they find my orgasm in a shallow grave the next day. So. Thank you so much.
Miranda. A journey from one direction to now. Awesome, Miranda. Keep it going. Awesome. Yes. Did you ever picture that in your childhood bedroom you would be telling all of these jokes, not just the vibrator ones, but all of them? It's amazing. This is what happens. You grow into a cool future. Awesome. Love it. Now coming to the stage, someone else who grew into a cool future. She's a college student. She's zooming in from the Bay Area. She is debuting a new freaking shirt. Please give it up for Caitlin Golden. Woo!
Hello. On a plane, I am that bitch. Everyone's always side-eyeing me like, why is this lady hunched over reciting the Lord's Prayer like we're nosediving into Iowa? Joke's on them though, because what I'm actually doing is reciting the same 100 digits of pi over and over and over again. 3.14159265358979384626433327950. Boom. Sorry to flex on all of you, but I know what you're thinking, and no, I will not have sex with you. I memorized pi in 5th grade in a Pi Day competition to prove that I was cooler than everyone else at my school. So obviously it worked. But now it's become this thing that I can always come back to when I need some kind of control or inner peace. Some people have religion or meditation or masturbation, and I have the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. And again, no, I'm not going to fuck you, so stop asking. Reciting pi was one of the earliest signs that something was a little bit off up here. There was also the fact that as a kid, I turned my dress around every time it had ketchup on it so I wouldn't be stressed out by the stain. I would not sleep in my room until I was 14 years old for fear of getting murdered. And I had to take a certain number of sips of water every single night before bed. You get the picture. I'm that cut scene from High School Musical where the members of the academic decathlon team just shatter. So it was no surprise when I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I was like, yeah, you think so? And Jason, yes, you broke the scale. A lot of people are really surprised, I think, to learn that I have an anxiety disorder. People say I seem just like too gorgeous. How in the world could somebody who embodies the sexy librarian trope have anxiety? But as the one-hit wonder YouTube band Double Take wisely said, hot girls, we have problems too. We're just like you, except we are hot. I live every single day with these like really awful thoughts. Like, what if everyone hates me? Or what if I'm an awful person? Or what if whatever I'm about to eat or drink has been poisoned? This is especially tricky when, in order to deal with all this anxiety, I need to take a handful of pills every morning, any of which could have been swapped out by the evil man who's living in my attic and plotting to kill me. I take every one of these pills and I interrogate it like it's a double agent, like, who do you work for? It's really intense, super healthy. Same thing when I'm making my morning coffee. I do not let that motherfucker out of my sight. I'm toasting my bagel, I'm making pancakes on a hot stove, quite literally playing with fire, and my eyes are on the coffee the entire time. Like, I might flambe my hand, but at least I know there's no arsenic in my oat milk latte. Thank you. I realize that all of this probably makes me sound crazy, which oddly enough is one of my other biggest fears. But if I can pull any laughter or community from what feels like a really isolating, terrifying insanity, then hell yes, I'm gonna try. And maybe in talking about it, I can find that I may not be the only psycho on this plane of life. And okay, maybe I will date you.
Woo, give it up for Caitlin. Woo. Awesome. I know you have worked hard on that, and it is just fantastic. I don't even have a joke to make. Amazing.
Thank you.
Except that yeah. And we all know that Caitlin actually was saying the correct numbers of pi, right? I mean, yeah.
Sorry, flex, but
yes.
I have to.
Weird flex, but yeah. Awesome flex, actually. Give it up one more time for Caitlin. Amazing. And while I'm reopening the chat, yes. Okay. Oh, coming to your Zoom stage. Let's see. She is a cat mom. She is that's my husband calling my son to come set the table. Let's go again. She is a cat mom. She is a chocolate addict. She's literally going to the Dominican Republic tomorrow, but here she is. Oh, and she just got her nails done, so she feels some sort of way. Please give it up for your gold community manager and hilarious person, Christina. Woo!
Guys. Hey guys, this is great.
Oh.
So since we're talking about age, I guess I should share that I am also a ripe 22. And I also feel, oh my God, I'm 23. Holy shit. That's not even a joke. Oh my God, I forgot. That's how you know you're getting old. But anyways, I was gonna say, the joke was gonna start off saying, we're going out to a great start. The joke was gonna start off saying like, you know, so naturally, like every other young person, I run to my favorite confusing little buddy when anything happens. The confusing little buddy is the CoStar app. For those of you who don't know what the CoStar app is, it's like a daily it's like a astrological like app that gives you like daily horoscopes and updates, except it's more reading and even more confusing than horoscopes that you would look up online. I like to think of her as the friend that gives you really, really brutal, specific advice that you really don't understand, but you know she means well, you know? Like, I love CoStar, but I struggle to understand her. But I stick with it because I am so a Leo sun, Pisces moon, Sag rising, right? I mean, So it must be true. So I stick with it. But I need like a rap genius for co-star. You know, rap genius, like the things that like translate all the lyrics in the songs and they like put them into like what they actually mean. So instead of like my co-star saying something like the foo-foo stuff they usually say, like, today you are relying on idealism. Embrace the echoes of your emotions. Instead, it'll say something like, today? And I'd be like, oh my God, you're right. Okay. That's all you have to say. Today's gonna be a rough day. I should smoke 2 bowls. Something else I wanted to talk about was the fact that I used to work at Starbucks. LOL, there's a lot of content there. But my favorite like pastime now is finding out like people's coffee orders because I like to know how their stomach's doing in life. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, iced caramel macchiato, girl. That's okay. That's okay. Black coffee. Ooh, respect. Whole milk in your hot cup of laxative. Ooh, and I am afraid of you. Like your stomach must be like elite, or you have mastered sharding in public because there's no it's 2020. What the fuck are you still doing drinking whole milk? I'm just very confused. But you know, I lost my place, so there's that. I'm just very confused, you know, like the only people who still drink whole milk are people who are parents, people whose parents are parents, and then people who live with their parents. And baby cows, of course. But what? They're baby cows. But like, you know, the people who still drink whole milk, I kind of feel bad for them. Like I'm not cow shaming anybody. Like I get it. I was once there, but I've solved it. You know? I went to college, you know, I discovered oat milk. And I realized I too can have a bowl of cereal in the morning without having to clench my butt cheeks all damn day. Like, damn, Kid Christina knew. Oh boy, I had 2 bowls of Captain Crunch Berry this morning. I better take the long way to school, air out the back trunk, if you know what I mean. It was just embarrassing growing up as a kid, not knowing you're fucking lactose intolerant, you know? I thought holding in your farts was what you do until you die. My core was strong as shit for a 6th grader for no reason. But you know, it's 2020, guys. I'm here to tell you that there are alternatives. There's oat milk. But if you don't want to take out a loan for your milk, I understand. Almond milk will suffice. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it. I have no closer, guys. I'm all over the place. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for listening.
Yes, Christina, no closer.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, that was awesome. All about the oat milk. Amazing. I can't believe you, you know, give it up for someone who's literally leaving the country tomorrow and still brings polished stuff, our top, you know, top hits and new stuff. Amazing. Amazing.
This is fun.
Love it. You guys. Love it. All right. We got a couple more acts for you guys tonight. Coming to the stage, another new gold member. She is all the way up and over in Vancouver, not so far from Cody. She loves wombats. She enjoys comfortable conversation about mental health. And I really think that Kate has paved the way for that. Please welcome Megan Phillips. Woo! In our cool studio. What's happening there? Oh,
Can you hear this okay? You can hear me.
yeah.
You can hear me
Oh,
singing.
yes.
Right? Okay.
Oh wait, oh yeah.
The music is a little bit louder than your voice.
Music. Okay. How's that level? Was that better? There. That's okay. Yeah.
Voice is quiet a little
My
bit.
voice is quiet. Okay. Sorry, I just changed my interface, so that might be better, right? Can you hear me better there?
We all just changed our
Follow
interface.
your dream. That's better.
I think so.
Okay.
Megan Phillips.
Hey. Follow your dreams. Lead from the heart. Believe in yourself. Believe in your art. Your dreams are important, valid and true. No one will follow your dreams for you. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Now, maybe there's some naysayers out there who say, get a job. To them, I say, I have a job. It's following my dreams. And sometimes it's teaching drama to children whose parents put them in there to fix their shyness. But I know they love me because they give me gifts. Like this one time, one of them said, close your eyes and hold out your hand. And so I did, expecting a unicorn or a princess. But no, it was a wadded up, used Kleenex. 2 of them. But you know, it's okay. None of this bugs me because I'm following my dreams. So you know what? You can too. Follow your dreams. Be like me. Broke and alone with a master's degree. Follow your dreams. You could go far, like literally, 'cause you live in your car and you're swimming in debt and your life is a mess. Your peers will succeed and you'll feign happiness. But I dreams will prevail, even though no one casts a mid-30s female. Follow your dreams. Don't mean to take this song and make it a bummer, but I lost $2,000 on my art last summer. My socks all have holes, and as full disclosure, can't afford my cousin's wedding. I do shows for exposure. My friends all left their dreams so they could pay their bills. They all found steady jobs for their transferable skills. Now they got their rent and don't embarrass their families. They can afford things like vacations and rent and fancy cheese. Oh my God, fancy cheese. They can afford fancy cheese like any day. Like any day. Like they could just like walk up to like the A&P and they could be like, here, Joseph, give me your finest Parmigiano Reggiano, please. And Joseph will be like, oh, it's $70.75. And my friend will be like, here's a 20, keep the change. Like any day, like not just payday. Actually, so yeah, follow your dreams, but then use your smarts. Find literally any job that's not in the arts. Work from 9 to 5, then put on the kettle. Life gets so much easier when you give up and settle. Follow your dreams, but then give up on your dreams.
Yeah. Megan Phillips, following her dreams. Can you give us a chorus while everyone does their lights? Can you give us one more chorus, Megan?
Yeah. Here, we can all sing it together in Zoom. Follow your dreams. 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 But they get up on your dreams.
Megan. Did not see that coming. That was amazing. 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 So much fun. I feel like that's gonna be it's gonna be a refrain for us. It's gonna be a refrain. Loved it. Thank you so much for coming to us from your cool studio with your headphones and your keyboard. Awesome. And thanks for following your dreams. All right, it's a tough act to follow, but if there's one person who can follow that act, no pressure, I know you can. She has been around Gold since the beginning. She's been doing stand-up even longer than that, and she's only a sophomore in college. She also has a bad back from having a big booty. And similar to Tess, she also got a D in sociology this semester. Similar. I don't know how those two things relate, but please give her a warm follow your dreams welcome. It's Avery Lender, our headliner. Woo!
So my mom and I got into fight because she didn't want me to go on birth control. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you, but that is true. My mom and I did get in a fight the other morning because she didn't want me to go on birth control. You might be saying to yourself, Avery, you're an adult, you're 19. Can't you just go yourself? Well, yes, but have you guys ever like actually filled out paperwork? That shit is hard. I'm supposed to know where I was born off the top of my head. I was barely there. Like, did not have this information. But anyway, she didn't want me to go until I talked to my gynecologist, which I kind of understand. But I mean, talk about the ultimate Jewish mother. You should give me a grandchild move. Like, I did not expect that behavior until I was like 20, but damn, I respect her hustle. My mom and I have a really good relationship, but you know, we tussle on a couple things. One thing that really grinds my gears is when we're in the car. She always brings up things I don't want to talk about while I'm trapped there. So like, here's an example. I'll be playing the part of my mom and me in this role. Hey, honey, you remember the time that you got slime on the couch 5 years ago, and instead of, you know, telling us, you flipped over the couch cushion and didn't say anything for 3 days? Yeah, Mom, I do remember that. Oh, that's so funny. I do too. Mom, can we not talk about this on the highway so it can at least like lady bird out safely? God damn. And so I'm about to tell you guys a true story. I got into some trouble the other night. Let me ask you a question. How many times has the police been involved in your love life? Oh, you guys got to get your numbers up. Damn. I didn't realize this was just a me problem. Basically, what had happened is my parents, I had this guy. I was trying to sneak my summer fling in, and I open the side door. I see his little flashlight. I'm about to get some, and all of a sudden I hear, "Who the fuck are you? Get away from our house!" So what had happened is my parents thought someone was trying to break in and called the cops. Now, the boy is terrified, sprints away. My parents bolt downstairs, like hand dryers in hand, ready to beat this guy up, Charlie's Angel style. And let me set the scene. I'm standing by the door in the tiniest little white shorts, a little bra. It's 2 a.m. The police are on the way. My parents are in front of me. What do? I had to confess, not only to my parents, but also to the cops. So I had to call them up and be like, guys, like, you're gonna have to make a U-turn. Like, there's nothing for you here. I mean, honestly, I was expecting a different kind of breaking and entering that night. So I'm sorry I said that out loud. That was my bad. And I do practice some avoidant behavior, as my therapist would say, with my parents. A couple summers ago, they found my dab pen in the bathroom. And so I decided to run away from home. I'm walking for miles. I'm, really getting my steps in for this day. 30,000 steps. And, I stumble across these trees. I'm a city girl. I've never been camping. I don't know what nature's about, but I was like, oh yeah, I'll just live in the woods from now on. Right? Like, that makes so much sense. Do you guys know that survival shows are fucking fake? I'm looking around for like a pear tree. I'll like settle for some mangoes or something. apparently they don't have those on the East Coast. I had no idea. But once I realized there wasn't even like a confession cam. I mean, come on. I had to go. I mean, if a girl falls in the forest and doesn't make a sound, how is she gonna get any attention? All right, that's what I came with for today. Thank you.
All right, Avery Lender. Amazing. If a girl falls in the forest. There's got to be a pear tree around here somewhere. No? Oh my gosh, you guys, what a show. Give it up once again for Avery. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to do a quick round here. Thank you to Swania and Sarah for cheering everyone on. Thank you in particular to Sarah's background. Thank you to Sarah's gingerbread men right there, gingerbread people. Thank you, fabulous. And thanks to all our performers in grid in Brady Bunch order: Kelly, Christina, Essa, Avery, Miranda, Caitlin, Cody. Oh God, I was about to say, I was leaving you. I was gonna say give you a special outro, and I almost gave you the name of my former boss, Shanali, which I know is not your name, but that is what almost happened. So let's give a special welcome to the person whose name I almost mixed up with my former boss. I like you a lot better. Please give it up for Saloni making her debut.
Woo!
And listen, this is just so exciting and wonderful. I hope I'll see you all. Those of you who are in the course, I'll see you tomorrow and Wednesday. Weird schedule again. Those of you doing the stand-up course, we will not see Christina. We'll see Christina on and off because she's on her trip. We'll see you with Rachel Bloom and Aline Brosh McKenna on Wednesday. And really, all other than that, I just want to say, follow your dreams. And one screenshot. I did take a few surreptitious ones, but let's do it again. Everyone say, don't let the cops come when a friend is coming over, or follow your dreams. Follow your dreams.
Follow the cops come.
And Cody, did I say you? I said you, right, Cody? Did I say you before?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm always listening for my name, so I would know.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You caught my eye and I got worried. So yeah, give yourselves one more round of applause. And merry late Christmas, and I'll see some of you before the new year. And if I don't see you, have a great new year. And we have lots more in store for Gold this coming month. Next month's theme, you heard it here, is topical comedy. We got Marsha Belsky coming to talk to you. We got some others. It's going to be amazing. So see you soon. See you later. Have a great night.
Yay!
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, Lynn.
Yeah.
Can you stay to talk for 1 sec?
Yeah, of course. Bye.
Okay.
Hi, that was awesome. You did great. I love your childhood room in One Direction.
Thank you so much. That was a really great showcase. That was like everyone
good.
really stepped it up and stuff. I had a question for you.
Yeah.
And it's not like a definite thing yet because I still have to I have to follow up with my friend, but I was Liv and I were in this sketch group. We were performing at the Pit before lockdown and stuff, and so we had like a little Zoom get together with everybody, and we were talking to a girl in the group, and we were like, this would be
Wait a minute, we're recording. This could be fun, so I'm going to stop recording. Goodbye, everybody. You're going to find out what Miranda's talking about later. It's going to be this. Wait for the tea. You might hear it later.
Bye.